All right, y'all. I am finally here, and I got something I want to talk about. All right. Okay. Hello. Good morning. This is High Priestess Jamila. And whether or not you are new to this channel or not, I will introduce myself. I am a High Priestess of Magic. I've been on YouTube out of the broom closet and offering services to people since 2015. And a few of the things that I specialize in is cleanses, hex removers, unblockers, healings, and money work. Now, there has been quite a bit of a debate. And by the way, to all of you single ladies out there, I'm telling you, the right man is coming, and you've got to not listen to fraud witches. The one thing that I cannot stand is seeing a woman trying to tell her that a man don't want her or that she can't get a man, keep a man. I hate low vibrating women like that. I don't like women that vibrate low like that, because in reality, if you're a real woman and you've given birth and you're a mother, you manifested a man inside of you, a person. You manifested an entire person that could be either male or female gender. Again, to date, there are no healthy pregnancies where a natural born man has carried a baby for 9 or 10 months. So, at the end of the day, I guess we could say, oh, well, that doesn't matter as far as the power of a woman. That doesn't matter, but it does matter. It does. And, we've been talking about, and we're going to talk about that right now. I actually got unfairly targeted by women and men on YouTube, and most of them threw their husbands up in my face. They threw their boyfriends up in my face. I don't know why. But here's what I want to say about that. Single women are the most powerful, because what I don't understand is why, if these women have husbands, why do they have to backbite off of us so much? That's what they do constantly. And not just backbite, but they try to contrive these fake situations and fake beefs and stuff. I've now been in a fake beef, is what I call it these days. I call it a fake beef with a man that I'm no longer with, and we've been in this fake beef for like 7 months that came out of nowhere. I have no idea, but you can tell the piggybacking that is happening, and what started happening, especially around the holidays. Um, and this is the reason why people shouldn't get into fake relationships that they are going to later regret. And, because this is what I want to say as far as how you can tell that these women are fake witches. Okay. They come online and they brag about what them and their husbands has, but yet and still they're online all the time, either trying to sell you something or get donations. If their husband was all that, why are they even here? That's the first thing I want to point out to y'all. And see, sometimes you have to really, really look at these people and critically think, because I am literally a single woman, been single for a while, not worried about it until I find a man that's worthy. And to be honest with you, they're out there. It's just that the ones that are very unworthy are usually the ones that are on the prowl. The ones that are worthy are either usually taken, or they're somewhere probably, living their lives, definitely not on YouTube. Okay, if they are on YouTube, they're probably doing something productive and constructive with their time on YouTube. Okay. Yeah. I have noticed that these women out here, and I have been treated like dirt on YouTube. Their claim to fame was that I couldn't do love work for people because I was single. I couldn't help people with money because I was broke. And I couldn't cleanse people because I was dirty and disgusting. And this type of backbiting is something that is taken very serious in the spiritual community. In fact, most of us spiritualists don't even really like talking about it, because it's something that is the most simplest thing, but they are in a network doing this. And to be honest with you, I believe that their marriages are fake. I personally think that when you are constantly trying to put something up there, because what they want to do is they want to say, "Oh, I'm married, and we're doing this and we're doing that," and that's because they want to convince you that they have something, but in reality they don't. Because if you're a real witch, you have clients that come in through spirit. Okay. And there have been some people on here that have proven it. And I am tired of getting these phone calls and these text messages and these clients that come in after seeing these so-called spiritualists. I am so, well, I'm not tired of it, because what I have to do with these people is I have to cleanse them. And once they have went to a person like that, they have literally just put a bunch of demons in them. Now, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. A lot of the witches on here, especially the ones that you have saw me in a beef with, are fakes. They hide behind their husbands. They hide behind their dark skin. They hide behind their dreadlocks. But in reality, they are frauds. Because if you actually had everything that you wanted in life, you would not be here. But they said that I was not worthy or about anything because I didn't have everything in life. And I have no reason to lie about that. I'm like, well, no, I don't have everything that I want in life. No, I don't. That's why I'm here advertising my business. They told you, well, my life is perfect and I have everything, but I'm just still on here. And it's a lie. This is the reason why these people will make all of these promises to you that they cannot keep. I had these one people, their claim to fame was supposed to be sending me back to Kansas. And I'm like, what? And literally told me that my spells don't work, even though they tried to put spells on me. They tried to put spells on me to get me to go back to Kansas. And it's been 6 years and none of their spells have worked or will ever work. First of all, I'm not from Kansas. I'm from Missouri. And if a witch doesn't even have the basic understanding to not violate another witch's civil rights, that's not a witch. That's why this same person is claiming to not be a witch, and she's not a demon slayer either. That lady gonna make me go live from my other channel and chin check her. Hit dogs always holler. Yeah, we're not even really talking about that. This is what I want to tell you. This is when the South meets the North, or whatever they call it, to all come against one person that they claim is not powerful. Well, here's what I want to say to you. If a woman can feed her children off of her energy without going to the state, or a man, that is a powerful woman. When a woman can assert herself and not have to hide behind, because we're all business women. I'm not gonna, if I had a job, I'm not gonna have my husband come down to my job so that he can confront people. So a lot of these women are very, very weak. That's weak in my opinion. I was extremely embarrassed. I mean, you've got one witch that comes on here every other week claiming to sleep with a different guy to prove that she's powerful, because she thinks that that's what real women do. She thinks real women just, go around and compare their bodies to other women, compare themselves to other women. This is not what real women have to do. This is not what a powerful witch would have to do. Now, they have been using my ex against me a lot, and they keep bringing this man back on there, and they keep trying to teach him magic. Everything that he does against me will backfire on him, and all of them. That's all it's been doing for years. But the reason why I wanted to speak on this is because in social media, when women began to compare themselves to other women, when it came to relationships, that is when those women failed. I don't take donations on this channel. That's not how I make my money. See, all of them have been reduced to donations because we know and we found out that it wasn't a real witch. It was somebody that was trying to pretend to be a witch. And now this witch, she's not a witch, but she's gonna slay a demon because she's upset because of the color of her skin. So to all of these so-called powerful, beautiful brown black women on YouTube had to come together against Jamila and be demon slayers, and they gonna slay me. Right. And see, it's making me want to go on my other channel and confront this person altogether. Okay, it does. Because it's been going on for far too long. Okay. It's been going on for far too long. And trust me, Toshiba Micro, you stalk people every day. Yes, we do believe in fairies and demons and mermaids because you are possessed by them. Okay. Yeah, I think that these people, they're actually afraid of real witchcraft. All they do is talk shit. There's nothing more, nothing less. And the way that these people can affect people energetically is in a group, is by affecting them energetically, and that's it. They're affecting people energetically. Okay, and that energy is not powerful because there's no will, there's no power in that, none whatsoever. But yet they still do it. A witch is a witch is a witch is a witch is a witch, period. And most witches know that you don't impede on other women. So we've got them constantly doing it, and their flying monkey is going to end up getting himself hurt by even conforming to that, because he's into those patriarchal values as well. But we all know that those people don't have anything but to do, but the power to do anything except for steal from people, try to steal people's ideas, they try to steal people's consciousness, and then they go and live in their houses where they are miserable 24/7. And see, witches, a real witch is not sitting around miserable, worried about another witch every single day. So I'm just letting you guys know, if you go and look at the behavior of this person, I'm actually going to expose this person today because it needs to be done. It needs to be done. No, I care about my children, Joseph. I care about my children. That's the only children that I have to worry about. Okay. And you know what? If those people would have played fair with me, we would not be having this discussion. That person is irrelevant until they're able to pay their debt. We're not going to do that. Yeah, it is a lot of frauds out here. I keep getting these clients that come to me that are coming from these people. That's why they're moving away from the witchcraft thing, because they have literally conned and scammed people by saying, hey, look at me. I've got this, I've got that. And you want everything that I want or that I have. And I realized that this older lady, I realized that, she's going to be exposed. She's being exposed right now as a fraud. So lo and behold, whenever this old lady has problems, that means that the people in that sector have to attack me more, which is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why this lady just won't retire. I don't know why people listen to that woman. I still don't get it. That's their personal business of what they want to listen to. I know what I do on this channel, and what we do on this channel is real magic. Stop listening to these lying heifers that are telling y'all, and for example, my one of my biggest enemies on here, her claim to fame is that she so-called stole my man. That's her claim to fame. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh my man. So it's well, first of all, you can't steal somebody that somebody doesn't have. If I'm broke up with them, how are you stealing them? How are you stealing him if me and him are broke up? How'd you steal him? So y'all got to be careful with that. And be careful even listening to him, because he doesn't know what a real woman is still to this day. He still does not know what a real valuable woman is. A lot of these men that are in social media, they have been staring at Photoshop photos for so long that they don't know the difference between what's real and what's fake. Reason why I'm having this discussion is because we're raising the prices this year again. And, this person has tried to consistently, these people, these Black people, and see, they know I don't fall for their okey doke. If you're not a progressive Black person, if you're sitting up here telling a 30-something-year-old woman that she can't run a witchy business because she doesn't currently have a husband, if you are running around here doing any of those things, everything has literally fallen on deaf ears. No one wants to hear about you, because what about the space and time in between the time that that woman is single and actually finds somebody that is worthy of her time and attention? So for 10 years, she's just not supposed to have anything. See, one of the things that I can tell you is that when you come out of that struggle mind, you realize that you really don't have to trip off of what a person has in comparison to what you have, because you're going to automatically attract that. Now, these people will force stuff on you. There's a lot of rape in the Black community, a lot of it, a lot more than what you think. These people can be very despicable in their judgment and in them running around YouTube trying to play victim. So Spirit is coming through to wipe all that out today. There's going to be a fireball right now being thrown at those people because they're full of crap. What was wrong with leaving people alone? What was wrong with showing some respect and some humility? Yeah, we can be single. We can have several lovers if we want. We can do whatever we want. We don't have to conform to that. Those people are not actually witches or pagan. Those people come from a church. Those people come from a church. And the reason why they are coming from that, because first of all, the person that they are worshiping in that church, it is all idolatry at the end of the day. Because we all know the secret scrolls of Jesus. If you know Jesus and have a personal relationship, you know that these people clearly are not in his consciousness. Because Jesus's mother was single. Mary Magdalene, I work with her a lot to purify me of these people. I go to her a lot and I say, Mother Mary, full of grace, clear me of that. And she will clear me of those people's energies very fast. So these people, they are here and they are watching and they are seeing, but they are not connecting. Okay. Hey, good morning, sis. And so that's why they did us the way that they did us. And they committed treason. I mean, when you see how they dehumanize me simply because I'm light skinned, simply because I am light skinned, trust me, I've been through this with the Black community so many times. And the Black people that I deal with, they don't have that kind of hatred in their heart. So I was being attacked because people assumed that I was weak. And for some reason, they assume that you're weak based upon skin complexion and then also other things, which is colorism. You saying that you're stronger as a darker skinned woman means that you are being a colorist. You cannot use racism against your own people and then expect for the universe to not pay you back with racism. The reason why I don't go through racism is because I am not a racist. I don't throw racism at Black people. Jesus, okay, Mary, maybe I got the names misunderstood. I am one, two, three. Maybe I got them confused, but the Virgin Mary is Jesus's mother, right? So Mary Magdalene and the Virgin Mary are two different people. I don't really want to have a Bible debate though. The devil knows the Bible through and through. I'm not a Bibleologist. Okay. Okay. So the Virgin Mary. So Mary Magdalene and the Virgin. Okay. So the Virgin Mary, Jesus's mother was single and a virgin, right? I was bringing her up to simply bring up her purity. That's why I brought her up. So, my apologies for getting the name wrong to all of you Bible scholars out here. I think that Black people should stop going around thumping Bibles. That's what I think. I may have a lot of respect for Jesus and I respect him as a deity, but I don't Bible thump. And you're definitely Bible thumping when you are discriminating against Black people, against your own people. Hey, I say what's real, because if it were not real, I wouldn't be able to manifest real money. Most of those people are probably getting Social Security benefits. They ain't really got to put in no hard work. They ain't really got to put in no work. And then that's how you end up with the people like me that put in all the work. When she conceived Jesus, though, she was a virgin, though. That's what I'm talking about. When she conceived Jesus Christ, the Virgin Mary was single and she was a virgin, right? Which is all very symbolic of the woman's creation. Look, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. The point that I am making is that a man does not validate a woman, period. And we all know that half of these Black men running around here can't and don't have enough within them to do that. As a Black woman, I don't want to ever be judged again in life by a Black man that don't have his stuff together. Sorry. If you are not on the same level as me spiritually, if you have been arguing with me since I was 37 years old, if you have been telling a joke that is a program made up by these women to say that they are better, because it's these older women, people like my mother, people like that spirit mess, that are contriving these games against women of my status. That's what they've been doing. They have been using colorism, racism, and sexism against women, have they not? She was single at the time that she conceived her child. And Joseph was at what was her husband, and he was the stepfather to Jesus, right? So there you go. That's the first extended family. The Virgin Mary conceived Jesus, because women can conceive children without men. It's called parthenogenesis. In fact, they say that men are a mishap. Okay, that's why a lot of lesbians don't like men. They feel like y'all messing up the earth. They feel that men completely, totally throw things off balance because y'all don't have the same gene. Y'all got an X and a Y, right? Y'all don't have the XX gene. And the fact that you guys run around here and think that people are going to be judged based upon you and what you say about them. And see, these are very childish women that took a man that I broke up with over a year ago, tried to turn a booty call into judgment. Now here we are, High Priestess Jamila is raising the bar, and I am simply saying, what is your worth and how powerful are you when you can't even make it without a man? Women that can make it without a man are, in fact, very powerful. Doesn't matter if you call them ugly. Doesn't matter if you call them fat. Doesn't matter if you say some kind of childish, ridiculous insult to them. They are still more powerful than you. That's the point that I'm getting in. That's the point of the title of the video. That's why I made the title of the video that. And I'm tired of them making it seem like women that are single are less powerful. They did that crazy crap over Christmas. Oh, I'm because of the hoes online that needed to feel better about their situation, honey. I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to sit around and cry and be sad on Christmas because somebody is not there. That's them doing that. I appreciate life. The one thing that God has taught us is to appreciate what the hell we have. So I'm not going to be a 30, a 40, or a 50-year-old woman sitting around crying and boo-hooing because I don't have a husband. And then how would you find a husband when you have Black women, older and younger, hating on everybody? And then you have Black men being willing to be their flying monkeys. And they're willing to suffer at the hands of this to do what? To manipulate a woman's money and her value because Kevin Samuel said something. Let me tell you something. It's time, and this is what I want to tell you. They flipped they flipped the script. They flipped it. At first it was I am woman, hear me roar, but then when it was no longer working for them, then they switched it to, oh, I'm underneath my husband, but I won't have sex with him. I won't have sex with him. And then forcing women like myself into celibacy, doing work on us to try to isolate us and try to mess with our sexual energy. This is what is being exposed over and over again. This is the reason why their flying monkey does what he does, and he is not going to be let up on until he admits to the truth. He's on notice. Today is judgment day. Today is Tuesday. And when you see them react very ignorantly and they have to lie about what they're saying, I want you to consider the weakness of their lies. All I see is a liar. I see a man that was present and there while I was in. Okay, let me just say this to y'all. I would never walk into a company and say, give me a promotion because I need something. And see, y'all know that I provide money coaching for people. I would never tell you to go into a job interview or an interview where you're being promoted or you're up for a promotion and tell your boss, "Oh, well, I need a raise because I have children." You think I'm gonna tell you to do that? See, I don't come here out of need. Need has nothing to do with it. I'm not going to come here and say, oh, well, I need for y'all to do this or I need for y'all to do that. Black people who discriminated against me, my own people, decided to lie to the public to tell them that I was on Section 8 to lower my value, knowing that their flying monkey was there and was probably jealous. Some of these spiritualists are so crazy that if you had $1,600 to give to them, they would be jealous that you have that 1,600. That's how sick in the mind that they are. They would be jealous. They would say, what this person got to say? Oh, this person is stupid. They think of you all as stupid. That's why they do this crap right in your face. You should be insulted. You should be insulted by the fact that how much they lied. Everybody should be insulted by these people. They should have been already ran off of YouTube. All of them. All of them that claim to be authentic spiritualists should have been ran off of YouTube. Okay. Okay, Janice, you can block whoever you want. Yeah, let's get these people out of here. Okay, so they're gone. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. And there are a lot of people that would rather be around those people because they feel more comfortable with those kinds of people. And there's a lot of men that would feel more comfortable with a woman that doesn't want for much. She doesn't want for much. She doesn't ask for much because he can't give her anything. The lifestyle that she wants, they won't be able to give it to you. So that's why they're upset. So, and they get upset when they see women giving it to themselves. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you. I'm just sick and tired of the barrels of bullshit out here, and I got to speak on it. Any female that's running up behind a man, especially if it's my ex, any female that is trying to use their relationship to validate themselves, I want to simply say to you, well, if you and your husband had it all, what the fuck were you doing on YouTube then? Why are you on YouTube? If your husband gives you everything that you need, and if that's all it requires in life is for a woman to have a husband, then why don't you have everything yet? Why are you in your 50s and 60s and 40s still claiming that you got it all, but yet you're on here scared to death that somebody else is going to get what they're worth? Yeah, I was wondering that about a lot of different spiritualists on here. This must have left the chat because she's not blocking these people. Yeah, I've wondered that. Well, if you and your husband have it all, why do you have to hate on other spiritualists on here? Because I'm about to expose a couple of people that you wouldn't even believe that all here supposed to have husbands, but yet they're selling products and at the same time they're paying a lot of attention to other channels. If you and your husband, and see, this is where there's the disconnect. That's why they were so upset about that sex magic video, because they can't really manifest with their husbands. They're not even having sex with their husband. They're not even having sex with their husbands. What kind of normalcy is that? But yet they run around the internet and they're constantly worried about a woman. How could your husband possibly be happy when all you do as a woman is sit around and stalk another woman? I don't get it. Okay, hon. Okay, I wanted to make sure you were still here. Yeah, it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. No, and then they said, oh, well, you said you was rich and you said this and that. Well, first of all, the first year that I made six figures, if you have a family five, you're just gonna wipe your ass with 100 grand. And so these people will come and say, well, you're not valuable enough to make that amount, but that's not up to your determination. Yeah, it makes no sense. Like they came on here and said, "Oh, I've got it all, and I've got this and that." And if your husband is all that, why in the hell are you out here scheming and plotting and scamming and threatening children? Your husband is so powerful that you have to sacrifice other people's children and constantly keep games going back and forth, but your husband is so powerful. Come on now, make it make sense to me, guys. Make it all make sense to me. Several years of this bull crap going back and forth, and then me being caught up with it just simply because they talked to one of my ex frenemies. So I had to be caught up with this low level, lower class stuff because that's what it is. That's not somebody standing in their power. That's not a powerful woman. Not to say that women that are married are very powerful. When I get married, I'm going to be double powerful. I'm not going to need to come on here and fight with nobody. I'm not going to argue with nobody on YouTube. For what? And the display that they put on over the holidays, the whole thing was just disgusting, contrived from these people that literally have nothing and claiming to have something. People can come over here and claim whatever they want, doesn't mean it's the truth. Oh my God. Yeah, so I just don't get it. I just don't get the lies and the fake and the fuckery. If a person can make a spell work, then that's what you're paying for. You're not paying and also somebody said that I'm too emotional. Trust me. Trust me. Okay? Trust me. My clients love the fact that I'm emotional because I can connect with them. Okay, I'm not supposed to sit up here and again, again, if they had businesses of their own to actually run, then they would be running their own businesses. For them to be over here trying to run my business, your husband ain't shit, neither are you. I'm just telling you the truth. Most of the witches on here, whoever they have in their life, they don't have to pull them go and go say, hey, look, I got this person, I got this person. What would somebody need to do that for? Most people don't want the identity of their friends and family on YouTube. These people will put their friends and family out there, and it's kind of like, now if you're, and the way that they do it is so that it will validate them in some kind of way, their position. Why would somebody need to validate a position that you created? I created my own position. The problem is that these people, because they came to my hangout last night, and they were like, this is my job. No, your job is not to stalk anybody. You're not making any money. Yeah, exactly. These people are not making any money on here doing that. In fact, I believe that all of them are on some kind of disability. I'm just keeping it real. I don't get disability. I don't get food stamps. I don't get any of that stuff. I have been freelancing on my own for a couple of years now. Ever since I broke free of that Black failure, I am so sick of Black people connecting themselves to failure. And if you are a Black person that is feeling what I'm saying, then you will understand that you want to definitely jump on my gravy train. My gravy train is real. I don't have to sit up here and people were acting like they act like just because my ex don't know how to act in public and has no respect for anybody that I'm supposed to be negatively affected. You see what I'm saying? And the trolling, how are these powerful witches and they're trolling? Powerful witches don't troll. You don't have to troll if you're a powerful witch, honey. How many times I got to tell you that? You don't set the standards. What I'm simply saying is that none of these ignorant people set the standards for anybody. That's the reality of it. Especially when their standards are fake. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I've been doing this for a while. Black men, for a lot of them on YouTube, are not in their higher selves. So we don't judge no woman, Black, white, Indian, Asian. If you are on here doing a certain thing, you don't have the right to judge anybody. In fact, at the time that you're trying to lay down judgment, you're being judged at that time. And I'm not so emotional that I can't check somebody that is harming the whole world. It's harmful to the whole world when you're a liar and you're a fraud. Okay. Yeah, she's desperate. She, sis, I just don't know what to say. That girl is so desperate. I mean, you can't claim that you're powerful when all that you know how to be is annoying. I'm sorry. Hmm. We set our own standards. And based upon what I'm seeing, I don't see nobody on here that's really doing anything except for frauding people and attacking people that they feel intimidated by. And no, I was never like, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I've heard some of the things that this person has been saying. I've been wanting to comment about it. And I can honestly say that I have never been involved with that person, never been in their coven, never learned anything, and no, I am not that person's daughter. Never, never. In fact, my grandmother and my mama, they, you know, my grandmother's in the spirit realm. I don't have any relation or any connection to any of these people, and all of them chase my clout. But the only difference is that they wanted to beef and go back and forth and do all that stuff. No, you were not initiating me. These people do not have the power to initiate anybody. Okay. As far as with the business aspect of it, when it comes to running a business, when it comes to the value and the power of a woman, your man does not necessarily make you stronger. And this type of discrimination, I just went through it, you know, and I couldn't believe it. I said, but you know what? I said, you po baby. I said, you really be thinking that you being directed by some people that have some power. He thinks that he's being directed. That's why he made a big deal around Christmas. Oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing that for my wife. My wife. Oh, please. You know, I have noticed that why do married people attack single people? Why are you married and attacking a single person? Well, it goes back to the Bible. It goes back to these ignorosas thinking that single women and their children are their sacrifices. Let's keep it real. These people was thumping their Bibles and they said, we must stand guard and be a family, and demons like Jamila. She's horrible. She's horrible. But if it's a woman that murders her children for the sake of impressing a man or even denying that she has children, period, I would never deny my children to a man. I don't even want to hear it. I've been seeing some of the most disgusting stuff lately here on YouTube. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. It ain't even worth mentioning it. Yeah, remember it was all about, oh, the single mother, the single mother, let's degrade her and then pretend, oh, I'm married and I have a wife, and then, oh, everybody that has a husband and a wife. You know what? When I get married, my husband is truly going to love me because I'm not going to throw him out there like that. It's not going to be necessary. It makes no sense. These people have some of the weakest marriages that are codependent on the bodies and the blood and the consciousness of people that aren't even related to them. It's sad. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna keep running my mouth about it. They can't shut me up. They want to shut you up. Now, I've noticed that there's been quite a few people that have been coming over here. The black, first of all, that sector, they use anything that they can to bring about judgment. They're trying to come over here and harass people because of the words of another person. I am not responsible for the words of another person. Okay? We are not your sponges. You are not going to come over here and take advantage of us and our children. These people are disgusting. God didn't fly through the world and say, I'm only going to bless the houses of those that are married this Christmas. God didn't do that. They would like for you to believe that to try to program women subconsciously. The fact that somebody that I used to love is doing that is very disappointing because it is so harmful to women and these children that are raising these babies. These women have to be mentally and spiritually and physically strong for their children. These children are going to suffer if their mother does not have the proper guidance and help through this situation while these maniacs go out here and attack the single mother and her children are their sacrifices. They think that we are. And I've been telling y'all this for years. And the fact that they continue to do it is what is stupid on their part. Also, a lot of these black folk that are claiming racism, they don't do it to white people, they only do it to their own. So we know that these people have lost their mind. They cannot be universal. They can't do it. They literally are codependent and literally have to string behind and hang behind other people that they think for some reason is getting them some kind of recognition, but the only recognition that you're getting is that you're not powerful. Let's keep it real. Stop trying to front and just come out and say it. I backbited off of Jamila. I tried it. I couldn't do it. I tried it in 2019. I tried it in 2018. I've been trying it since 2015. Wasn't ever able to succeed in what I was doing to a innocent mother and her children. It's absolutely disgusting. And you can tell that this person is having a literal emergency in their mind because not only are they upset that they can't have babies, obviously upset that still upset and trying to pervert Black motherhood. And how could you not think that Black motherhood is crap with these people on here? You had somebody calling herself a mother, literally being disgusting towards another Black woman and her children. And the excuses that they made was that I was light skinned. That was their excuses that they made. In fact, most of these people that you see on here that do that, the only power that they have, I'll give it to them, is that they know how to talk shit, and that's it. Manifest a spell for you? Never. Never. They can't manifest a spell for you, and that's why they have retired from being witches, because I told you guys they were witches. Now you got this old woman running behind my ex, getting him to begrudge me publicly along with other older women attacking me. And I'm gonna let you know right now, because I done already said your name, people know who I'm talking about. If I go over there and write your damn name, Miss whoever your name is, I'm not going to mention it. If I was to go and write your name down, you would be fucked in the game because I practice real magic, not no fake ass hoodoo. Fake hoodoo, not even real hoodoo, fake hoodoo. She ain't slaying nobody over here. If anything, she gonna get slayed. And I'm letting y'all know that right now. I've been paying attention to that lady. That lady needs to retire. The nasty negative energy and the encouragement that she is giving to Black people to diss each other and throw each other under the bus. She is no kind of mother, and she is nobody that should be revered. She is somebody that needs to be thrown out and ran the hell off of YouTube. For some reason, she thought I would be intimidated by her. She thought I would be intimidated by her. That's what she thought. Well, I'm not intimidated by anybody. Why would I need to be intimidated by you? You are beneath me. When it comes to a spiritual hierarchy, you are a person that was stalking me. You need to explain still before you start talking about you going to slay a demon. You need to explain why you was a 40 or 50-year-old woman stalking a woman younger than you and clout chasing off of her, and then also encouraging a man that is currently still in love with her, because that is the God to honest truth. I don't have to convince nobody of that. So I've been doing this for years on YouTube. And you can sense the type of work that they do. So if you ever come to my channel and you're thinking, well, she's not powerful enough because she, because of what happened with this person and what happened with that person. Are you kidding me? I'm not gonna let them get away with it. And I'm gonna start running my mouth again. And they already know when I start running my mouth that they're gonna have to go to work. And to them, their work is lying on somebody. And they have gotten just that desperate. They have now extended into other areas of the sector to start this disgusting rumor about me again. And my spirits is the one, they gonna make you turn that sword on your own self. I don't know why this old lady thought that just because she was an old lady that I was gonna sit up here and bow down to her. Girl, I don't even bow down to my own mama. And you Black people running around here screwing each other over, because I've been listening. You've been screwing your own kids over there, losing grandbabies and stuff. Your children have been dying off because of the evil stuff that you have been doing to people. Now you gonna slay a demon, right? What you need to do is slay that demon that's over your uterus and over your family. That's the demon that you need to slay. They have been running around here doing the most. And I can tell you that my ancestors, the African ancestors, they've been claiming that the darker you are, the more melanated you are. And that's another lie. And they run around here and they try to take credit for misfortunes. They don't know how to manifest with any kind of positive energy. They really don't. I've been doing it for years. So be careful with these fake witches. I have emails that I need to return, and I have text messages. These people, the reason why they're not necessarily talking about witchcraft anymore is because they know that they have ripoff reports, and they know that they have not made a candle. Even they ain't did nothing. They ain't held no candle to nothing, because at first their claim to fame, they were going to try to fraud you by harassing me and stalking me just enough to where I would give up on living in Georgia and go back to what? So there's nothing for me to go back there to. But they did that for years. And when they couldn't do it, and they will never be able to, I just don't understand it. But they do have a couple of people that are doing real magic. And the only people doing real magic is my mama, my mother that gave birth to me. That's the only one doing any real magic in this situation. She's the only one with any kind of power. But see, I can battle my mother. Me and my mother have that kind of relationship. I can battle her respectfully. See, I don't have to sit up here and lie and coattail and go through all these changes and try to make it look like my life is perfect. This is the reason why I'm so popular, is because people know me and they know what I've been through and what I have overcame. That's the whole point. I don't have to come on here and pretend that everything is poly perfect in my life and it just no, that's not the way that it is, and it's not going to be perfect as long as we continue to allow these people, for people to still be listening to these frauds. First of all, I believe in my heart of hearts that the views that these people get strictly and specifically are these people in the black sector. They have a group of at least 50 or 60 people. They still ain't touching me ever. Not ever in their lives. And no, they don't have any connection with the spirit realm. They don't. There's only a couple of real witches on here, and they don't even know that they're real witches. And they're male. They're not female. The ones in that group, I've seen a couple of them. I've even asked them to come work with me and make some real money and do something you be proud of. Not shame, 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 shame. That's not how we look. I'm trying to show my black people to the promised land. I'm trying to show y'all to heaven. Not that crap they talking about. Not that, listen, y'all don't have to do that crap. Trust me, I am living and breathing proof that you don't have to do that. Okay, I manifest off of my own power, the power of my ancestors, my deities. That's how I manifest. If somebody's running around the internet, this person was talking about sacrifices. She was taking sacrifices. Now, all of a sudden, she's going to warn you about somebody else that's going to sacrifice you. It's time for that woman to hang it up. She won't turn in her whistle. She won't. She's ready to be exposed, but for some reason, she just can't get away from it. Now she's going to slay Lilith and Hecate. I told you that I could sense that it was somebody that was trying to destroy Hecate. I'm like, that's a deity. And I'm telling you, a lot of these people that have came after me, one of them is cockeyed. This man has the most to say about me and he can't even see straight. How you gonna say something about somebody and you cockeyed? Now, I'm not saying nothing negative about cockeyed people, but when you cockeyed and you out of pocket, there's a problem. You can't be cockeyed and be out of pocket and stupid. These people's eyes is rolling around in the back of their heads. I'm just saying, okay? It's the reality of it. Man, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I love being a witch because every single spell, every single incantation, every single intent always comes into fruition, period. It is. I don't doubt magic. See, if I doubted magic, I would be on here saying I'm not a witch anymore. I'm a healer. Oh my goodness. I can agree with that, Alice. I can agree with that. Even the older ones are probably on dope. And unfortunately, when you have a dope fiend in your family, like I'm talking about an actual real dope fiend, that it takes a lot of energy to fulfill that dope habit. So you're right. You're absolutely right about that. Especially if it's a hard drug. You know, I know that there's some people, boy, they spend a lot of money on marijuana. It's a lot of people that spend a lot of money on that. But marijuana is a totally different frequency. than some of our parents and some of the people that were affected negatively by the crack epidemic. And it's unfortunate for them, and it's been unfortunate for us. It's been unfortunate for us that we've had to deal with this crap. And I've got to call a spade a spade. Be careful with fake spiritualists because they're going to have no reviews. A fake spiritualist is not going to have anybody that they've actually done real work for that can speak for them. So what speaks for me is not a man that is confused. All of my men go crazy, all of them. I think it's that Black Widow enchantment that I have on me, which is actually very useful. I was trying to remove that enchantment from me, but I found that it's a perfect defense. Spirit told me, no, you don't remove that from yourself because that's your protection. So a crazy man does not validate me. My clients validate me. The work that I do speaks for itself. Period. I gotta go and see if I can get these people to come out here earlier to cut this grass, even though my grass is not high. I gotta see if they can come earlier than what they scheduled me. So I gotta go in a minute. I got a couple of phone calls that I gotta make. But if you are never given the opportunity to rest and to gather your thoughts and to think, because these people make it very difficult for you to think. Why? Because they're constantly trying to invade your thoughts and your consciousness. I explained to y'all, I told y'all, I said, if it's any kind of human or child sacrifice, that is a demon that is doing that. You do not have to sacrifice anybody as a witch. You don't have to do that. It's not necessary to do that. Those people are getting their karma. All karma. And the people that speak for them are going to get karma as well. Okay, don't no real witch got to come out here. There's been, and you will manifest a husband. All of you will, as soon as we get out of this shroud of bullshit. All of us will manifest the life that we want if we stop looking at these people and actually taking anything that they say seriously, including a lot of these male warlocks that are on here. Like, we see quite a few of them. They're witches. They're male witches. And for some reason, they're just as lame. They actually showed that in American Horror Story, Apocalypse, where these men were just obsessed with a woman being ran by a man. It is a hopeless and pointless battle that these men have that they really need to give up on, especially the ones that cannot provide anything tangible spiritually. When I was talking about sex magic, they were not listening to that. They have no idea how their energy affects people on a daily basis. This is the reason why you have to cut cords with them, because they're constantly trying to form a cord with you. And the cord that they want to form with you is going to be where they are going to disrespect you. Unfortunately, because a lot of these people on YouTube, they were not here in power. They were here because of their weaknesses. They didn't make a decision to start a business. They made a decision to come on here and do the most disgusting things for $50 and $30 donations. Then they came back and said, oh, well, this is my job. Well, that's because these men don't actually live real life. They don't actually pay bills. They don't actually have to pay their own way. And see, for me as a single mom, I have a 20-year-old son that could possibly be negatively affected by that energy. Because if it's anything that's affecting me, of course, it's going to affect my little ones. And we don't have time for that. I don't have no time for no man that is down and out and codependent. If you want to be with me, you have to be just as independent as I am. We can back each other up, but you've got to be independent. And you've got to be in the mindset. I don't walk away from people saying, oh, well, I'm going to destroy your life and you're not. I don't have to do that. But that's what they try to do. And they and literally tried to attack my family around the holidays. They started doing it shortly before Samhain. Real witches don't have to hold on for dear life to other witches' beefs to get attention. They're very intelligent. If I wanted more viewers or more advertising on my channel, I would go to fiverr.com. You can get it for as little as $5. These people know nothing about search engine optimization because they don't care. They were not here to be successful. They were here to do what they wanted to do, and that was to bring a bunch of chaos around a bunch of people. And they claim that they're doing some kind of ancient Egyptian magic where I guess they're creating something. You know, the sun god Ra was created out of primordial chaos, not this kind of chaos, not this kind of confusion. And for some reason, they also think that they're doing dark work. It's preposterous. And you see them doing it all the time, every opportunity that they get. They took the opportunity with my sister just recently to whine and cry and play victim. Same people that's been doing the same thing. I don't respect any of them. The only time I can respect you is if you come out and you keep it real. They are very scripted. You know, I have not seen so much fakery in my entire life as I have seen recently. And then also the weakness of what they did, because I'm not on here selling booty. I'm not on here selling booty. I may show my booty because I think my booty is beautiful. I may show it. I may show it. I may do body shots and be sexy sometimes, but that doesn't mean that I'm showing that I'm selling my booty. I never had to. I was always very intelligent and educated. I was also very educated. Now, if a woman wants to, like I said, like I said, I feel that women should be and do whatever it is that they want. The moment, the second you start to try to begrudge another woman, that is when you are out of line. Completely and totally. So, guys, the reason why I'm talking about this is because we are raising the bar. My prices are getting ready to increase. And, you know, I'm sitting back and I'm wondering how many times we're going to have this conversation, because the value of my work, my spirits want to tell y'all this right now, that the work that I do is very valuable and that I could charge 3 to 4 times the amount that I charge, and I would get it. I would get that amount. And my spirits are serious about that. In 2021, they want me to raise the bar completely. Because it's not about what they say it is. It's about choices. And it's also about the choices that we make that could be totally outside of the ebb and flow of society and what they're doing. Because many of us, I realized a few years ago that one of the reasons why I stayed single and celibate so long had a lot to do with my past life regressions. So there's a lot of important work and important discoveries that we're doing over here if a person's brain is filled with this filth and trash, the spirit can't get in. So they are pissed. They are angry at these people that bull crap around. They're angry about that. And I'm telling y'all that right now, from what I can see some stuff going down. And I can usually call it down. Every single time I can see it being called down. Nobody is wishing it on them, but you know what? It is a horrible inconvenience when you have to, like in 2021, women are still fighting for their civil rights. No, not women in general, but Black women are supposed to feel that we're living back in the 1800s. No, you don't know that woman's spiritual journey. You don't know what her spirits are doing. And it's none of your business to be worried about it. I think that what's really sick, I'm going to tell y'all this. What's really sick is for people to be that concerned about what's going on with a woman's vagina. And I can tell you that trafficking and spiritual trafficking is something that we're going to talk about very, very soon because I got spiritually trafficked by the lower echelon. And spirits want you guys to know what it is. Authentic spiritualists and authentic healers that are out here helping people that know about witchcraft, that have the secrets of witchcraft in their head. These people want that consciousness, is what they want. That's why they're constantly, a lot of people don't realize that these people, when they are trolling and they're starting crap with you, they are trying to tap into your consciousness so that they can take it. Because they want to know what you do to manifest what you manifest. Now, a criminal and a thief is that mind, a criminal and a thief's mind that has not advanced itself is going to be totally confused about what it is that Jamila does to make these spells work. Well, last night I kind of revealed it. And all night long, they were trying to tap in to my Yanni verse. And there's a problem with that. That's considered to be spiritual rape. These sexual dysfunctions, these people are merely very sexually dysfunctional. That's a spiritual sexual dysfunction. That's why a lot of you women end up suffering from fibroid tumors, cysts on your ovaries, PCOS, and infertility. This is not good. Now, guys, y'all need to get into the inbox circle. Make sure that you guys get in. Oh, also, we have a group ritual coming up on the 13th, which is the new moon. Make sure that you guys get into that. Both of those are actually on the Etsy shop. They're at the Etsy shop. Stop falling for these fake witches that either got their nephew, they can't produce an actual marriage license. They can't do it. Their claim to fame has been that they're married. I personally think it's all a lie. Stop listening to them. Being married doesn't mean that you can make a spell work, lady. That's what people want. People want authentic spiritualists that know what they're doing. And a high priestess, demons fear high priestesses. High priestesses are not demons. But I do so love the fact that they have been labeling me as a demon. That makes me feel good. You know why? Because so was Lilith. Lilith, they label her as a demon. They label Hecate as a demon. They label all other gods outside of Jesus Christ as a demon. All of them are considered demons. Boone, which I love Boone's energy. Boone is amazing. We're going to work with Boone. I want to work with Urzuli, but Urzuli wants the kind of minerals and stuff that I need for Urzuli. I've got to get my hands on that stuff. Okay. So if I work with Urzuli, there's certain stuff that Urzuli wants. So we're going to be working with Boone, Clonic, and Lord Ganesha and Lakshmi. I know that a lot of people are wondering, well, why so many gods at once? Well, that's because I usually have a very big circle, and we have to make sure that we have all areas covered. So make sure that y'all get in that inbox. My rituals are true and real. And no, I don't have to do a love spell to make a man fall in love with me. I am the love spell in that situation. No woman has to come up with a powerful love spell to get a man to want her. Just to let y'all know that. Okay, I do love workings. I think that they are great. But as far as doing, the love spells to make somebody want you or to make somebody do something or to force somebody to do something, love don't necessarily work that way. And there's a lot of practitioners that do have an issue with that. Now, if you have a man that has a wandering eye or a wandering penis, you need to remove the generational hex from him, because many of these men have been taught, passed down from their grandfathers, great grandfathers, fathers, that this is what it is to be a man, and it's not. In fact, there have been so many diseases created by that in demons that men need to learn their lesson from doing stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. 2020 was transparent as hell. Me too. We're intellectually powerful. Honestly, you doing overly generous spell work services. You get them bags in time. It's time. Yeah. And you know what? The reason why I'm discussing this is because you can tell the link in the chain link. You can tell that all of them that are in that circle with that one person depend on this one man who is my voodoo doll. I'm the one that controls that man, actually, but it wasn't with a spell. I don't control men with a spell. Okay, that's not how you do it. Ask my sister. She just met a man just recently. She ain't had to cast no spell. That was totally random. So all that stuff that they're talking about and the fakeness and the fraud of it all of it is all tied in together and they all work together. For me, I put it in reverse and I flip it. What they try to use to make me look weak. And they're always saying that a woman, first of all, this whole weakness and strength thing. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about weak. If you are a witch that your only claim to fame is stalking a woman for several years, you are weak. If you are a witch that obsesses over another woman, goes live, has other trolls talk about those women in your chat room, you are weak. Every single day, every day, all day. People that have asked you to move on, people that have told you, hey, listen, he's not going to tell you, I'm going to tell you. You can begrudge me all you want. I'm telling you the truthful version of this. So the man that they claim that they have this control over is actually under my control all day, every day, but they want credit for it. Well, you can't take the credit that I've built up. You didn't put in the work, honey. Good morning. Yeah, and you know what? That's a good point for you to bring that up, Hecate Triple Moon Goddess, is that some of these men have slept with each other and brought back diseases. You're correct about that. And I think that that is also that is the side effect of what we are doing here. Because if you're a man that's in love with a woman, they're going to shame you for a year straight. I mean, my ex he didn't basically do it. He came online and confessed his undying love for me. And what did they do? Stalked him and shamed him into some kind of weird submission. I mean, literally, when you only have the power to bring somebody down, I mean, come on now. That's not very powerful because the last time I checked, trees, they grew upward, not downward. There's no upside down trees. All of the trees are growing upward, like Jack and the Beanstalk. So I don't understand why these people think that bringing people down is what gives them power. And they don't have a lot of power. They are at the lower end. That's one of the reasons why they tried to move in and they started actually trying to do spells to mess with my money and they ended up living homeless and in bars. That's one of the reasons why. Because because they had been trying to do it since 2019. You know, and you know how I am. I'm gonna come and say how much money I made. The moment that I said that I made six figures, all of these people, well, that is because I am at the upper end of that and going higher. There are some witches that earn a half a million per year by themselves. These people can't even fathom that in their group, and they feel bad for it. They'll sit up there and say, well, I don't think that's right because I'm a spiritualist and I don't do it for the money. So if a witch is able to manifest a half a million dollars, you have a problem with her. And I've had to manifest. What do you think that I do when I do money work for my clients? I'm manifesting that money for them. And so being that I've had money clients, what they have gotten, I will get residual credit for that. But a lot of them came on here and said, "Oh, a witch can't be wealthy. These are weak witches. That's weak for you to even think that way. They think within their box. They don't understand that there are billions of people on this planet that could use help from authentic spiritualists. See, when you're authentic, you don't have to fraud nobody. I mean, I do several cleanses per week. Thank you. Thank you, Alice. Money is energy. Yes, it is. And these people's energy is constantly going towards bringing people down. So, what do you think they're going to manifest in their life? It's been going on for 5 or 6 years, and literally they're still up to it. The only difference is that they're so embarrassed about what they're doing that they always take their videos down. They always take that crap down because they know it holds no weight. Right. Right. The only sacrifice that my clients have to make is their money because money is their energy. When you went to work and earned that money, you were producing. So you're sacrificing self for self. You don't have to sacrifice a baby or somebody's kid, or you don't have to do all of that. And I've been saying this for years, and they're still doing it. They're still talking about slaying demons. Now all of a sudden, and I know that when that old lady comes on there, that she's partially talking about me. Because over there in that other sector, they've got one of them calling me a demon. And when you get to demon status, you're pretty powerful when people start calling you a demon. But the only reason why they say that you're a demon is because you've captivated the heart of a man. If you're a woman holding a man's heart, they have a problem with that. Yeah, it's totally it's totally phony. It's and I'm like, well, these people won't spill real spiritual word. They won't real. They don't want fake stuff for people to make them end up homeless. That's very dangerous. And you know what they did? They came to my channel and they said, you're going to be homeless by the summer. I'm like, really? Why is this people that only claim to fame is trying to bring somebody down? That's a homeless person that's saying that. And I actually do have a homeless witch that follows me around the internet wanting me to be homeless like her. Sorry, I uncovered it. Sorry about that, y'all. My finger had touched it. I have homeless so-called witches going around wanting me to be homeless with them. And you've got even some of these men in support of these women. They feel sorry for them. Well, see, when you feel sorry for people that bring stuff on themselves, like homelessness, that's pretty much a big thing. I mean, breaking up with your boyfriend, that's something that a lot of people have to go through. Relationship issues. Only difference is that mine have been put on Front Street and I'm totally irritated and angry about it because for years I've been simply asking for my privacy. So if I can't get my privacy, honey, I'm going to speak up about it and I'm going to speak my truth about it, you know? Love you too, sis. I will. I will. I'll call you. In fact, I was about to call you when I got off of here. So, guys, don't fall for their crap. You know, now I'm a racist. Can y'all believe that they have went through every single thing to try to discredit me? Now I'm a racist. Let me tell you something. A racist would not have allowed that man in my house so that he could be healed. Okay, a racist is not going to do that, and it just it sucks being a real person and a real authentic witch being surrounded by so many frauds. And it is an insult to witchcraft to continue to go back and forth with these people for any reason. Okay. So I was thinking about doing some readings. I may post a poll or whatever for y'all to vote on what you guys want, whether or not it's readings. I got to get back to doing those new moon readings, but make sure that y'all get into that ritual that I'm doing. Okay. Thank you, sis. Make sure y'all get in the group ritual for Mbulk, which is coming up. Listen, I know that many of you guys are trained and programmed to be infertile. Okay. They have created global infertility. They are killing the soil. Okay. They're trying to. The reason why this ritual is so important is that this is going to be nature. We're going to be honoring nature. We're also going to be honoring the goddess Brigid. So, you know, you guys may want to get into that because whether or not you want to have a baby or not, it's important for your spirit to be fertile. It's important for you to be fertile. You're very welcome. It's important for that. Okay. Whether or not you plan on having a baby or not, the energies around you need to be able to bring about that growth, and because spring is coming, and so we're going to be connecting with those energies. Okay, so make sure that, yeah, go ahead and get in it. I'm building up the circle right now. We actually, in bulk is February the 1st and the 2nd. One of the reasons why they get such a negative reaction to my Sabbaths is because they think that Black people are not supposed to celebrate the Sabbaths. That's not how I practice. And see, Black people within themselves, if you want freedom and you want to quit, you want people to stop being racist towards you, you got to stop being racist towards your own people. And you got to stop trying to force Black people to do what you want them to do. I'm not owned by any Black person. That's one of the reasons why I don't want a husband. I want a partner. I don't even want a husband. Husbands feel as though they own you. It's cute sometimes, but in reality, if a man is sadistic in that way, a lot of these men will be very abusive to you. They will cut you off financially. They will have you sitting in a room starving, locked in a room. I don't think so. That is not what we are going to be doing, and that is not what we support on this channel at all. Yeah. Yeah, and we'll definitely stick together in this plight. And we always, it's the same thing. You know what I always ask that spirit that comes through, because I always ask that spirit. I said, well, you did the same thing a few years ago. What the fuck difference is it now? They think that just because it's a different year or a different day that it's going to be a different outcome. That's because they don't understand those fire energies of survival. See, no matter what they do, I'm going to survive. I don't care how many times you have this man go around in social media. I mean, literally, it's been the longest stretch of hatred that I've received from this man. Listen, women are powerful enough and strong enough to do it themselves. And I have never once told my children, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't buy food for you today because of a man. Never. And within my company, we're going to have a lot of good things. For example, um, when we start adding to it, when we start adding to our circle of more witches, and sis, I was going to talk to you about this, is that we need to have like about 5,000 just put up. We need to just put 5 grand up for emergencies, like emergency petty cash. Okay. So this is going to be for whoever is in our circle. And this year, I can promise you that, first of all, I'm not going to be chasing no men that don't have no respect. And see, that's what they were trying to say. Okay. Nobody's chasing him. Please understand that if you see me make a video about him, it is specifically to expose him and to also overcome him. Nobody's chasing him. I don't think any of this that he's done is cute. And he knows exactly what he needs to do. So that's not what this is about. This year is not going to be about that. He is not going that, and it's not him, it's the intent of those other people. We're not having it this year. We're not having it. We got way too many people that are willing to invest in me and my sister to be going through that. And I'm talking about real investors, and I'm not one of those types of people. First of all, I don't have those problems. I have clients that come to me. Sometimes they need about $3,000 or $4,000 worth of work. That stuff is nothing to my clients. I have wealthy clients. That's why they want to chase and clout chase me, which my clients are not looking for that. If they were authentic spiritualists, they would know, listen, this person's ancestors bought this client to them. That person's ancestors. That's how it works. Your ancestors talk to their ancestors. Okay. And really it's like being a guide through the work. So I do phenomenal work for my clients. That's all I know. Am I going to work on a man so that it'll benefit another woman or a bunch of women? Nah. In fact, I'll reverse everything I did for him if I have to. I'm not going to do work on a man that is not investing in me. So I don't do work like that unless it's for other purposes. I don't do that. I'm not going to go and do a cleanse and a Gen X remover for a man that's gonna and if he's gonna go and benefit another woman. And a lot of y'all women go through this, and I'll let you know. I'll say, hey, he needs a Gen X remover, and y'all like, well, shine, I ain't investing that kind of money in him. Okay. So in order for me to fix that person that's flailing around the internet looking ridiculous, I would have to literally spend probably about $3,000 worth of my energy to fix that person, and I'm just not going to do it. The person is too disrespectful, and is totally on a different frequency than me. Now I can be nice about it and say, hey, I cared about you at some point. This person doesn't even have enough decency to do that, because this person thinks that they're doing something. The only choice that this person is eventually going to have. Okay, sweetie, I will. Yeah. The only thing that that person is going to have to do is bow down. In the meantime, we have to keep business going as usual. We don't have time to be held up in suspicion. Nobody's in suspicion. There's no court cases or court actions or anything that's going on. In fact, the only people right now that are being judged are those people, I can promise you, because they are no judge of anybody. Yeah, we're not tolerating the disrespect this year. We're not doing that. Okay. So make sure you guys get into Litha, not Litha, in bulk. In bulk is going to be extremely important, especially when it comes to your prosperity, your growth, and your health. Okay. Bridget, the goddess Bridget, is in bulk, and she is fertility, healing, and blacksmithing, which is, y'all know what that is. So this is a very powerful deity that we're dealing with, and I can feel her energy, and she is all about setting things straight. So that's why February is going to be amazing. These people are going to be stuck where they are at, and it is because they are frauds. But you guys do not have to fear, because you guys will be in my circle and everything will be okay. Okay, so you guys can either go to Etsy or you guys can Zelle me. Also, by the way, guys, I am taking new appointments for consultations for later on this evening. So if you guys need me, I do not do readings for free. All of you people that are coming from that sector that are contacting me about free readings, I know that it's you. None of my real clients will do that. That's not the way that it works. I do have some people every now and then, they're like, I need to talk to you. It's an emergency. But to be honest with you guys, especially being that, I have literally been lied upon. I know my worth and my value, and a lot of women have been lied upon as far as with their worth and their value. And I just, my time is my money. Okay, my money is my time. And if that Saturn and Jupiter conjunction did not teach us that time is money. Okay, and a lot of us have been wasting time putting energy into this situation that is a dead horse. You can't wake that horse up. It's dead. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like Bridget. So make sure y'all get into that circle, okay? Because we're not doing the pathetic stuff this year. I don't know what they thought. They thought that we were going to actually, nobody's going to actually continue to lower themselves for that. We already made the sacrifice in 2019 and 2020. We've made all of the sacrifices and self-sacrifices. Now it's time to sit back and collect. We've already sacrificed for those people. Our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. We've spent hours per day trying to talk to them, trying to talk some good sense into them. And clearly, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's where we're at this point. I will see you guys later. Oh, Lord, I'm glad I got that out. I got to go, y'all. Peace and love to all of you guys. And all of my links are below to get into in bulk. Okay. See y'all later. Love and light.